Love handles, also known as flank fat or muffin tops, are a common area of fat accumulation around the sides of the abdomen. Losing your love handles can feel like an impossible task. It can feel as though they're an area that is just not meant to shrink. Well, I can assure you that this is not the case. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to walk through 3 bulletproof steps that can help you say goodbye to your love handles and get a toned, trim waistline. You're going to want to stick around to the end because I'm going to give you one bonus tip that can help you boost past that weight loss plateau and speed up fat burning. So, first of all, why do we even have love handles in the first place? And why is it that some people seem to have them worse than others? Okay, so while several factors such as stress, medication, genetics can contribute to the accumulation of fat around our abdomen, the simple truth is for the vast majority of people is that they've developed these love handles over a long period of time through excess calorie consumption, which means eating more food than your body burns on a daily basis, resulting in those extra calories being stored as fat. Our bodies do tend to store more fat around our abdomen as we get older, and especially after menopause, it does become harder to get rid of. You're not entirely responsible here. Biologically, our bodies do have more stubborn, harder to burn fat cells around our abdomen than other parts of our body. Women, especially after menopause, are more prone to storing fat in this area due to decreased estrogen levels. The thing is, as I said, love handles don't just develop overnight. They don't appear because you went on vacation for a week and ate too much food or drank too much. Okay, this happens over a long period of time, often years. We become so used to our bad habits and the quantity of food that we're consuming that the problem can go undetected for a long time, or more likely ignored. So, can we target just our love handles to lose fat? One thing you cannot do is spot reduce fat. It would be amazing if we could do a particular exercise that targeted love handle fat only, but there is no known way currently to spot reduce fat. When we lose fat, it comes off our entire body. It just happens that our abdomen really is the most stubborn area. Alright guys, so let's jump into the first step to losing your love handles, and that is getting your nutrition in check. Yeah, it might sound obvious, but this is the most important part and the part that most people aren't taking seriously enough or aren't understanding properly. I say it often and I'll keep saying it, you need to be in a calorie deficit to lose fat. This is by consuming less calories than you burn on a daily basis. When you're in a calorie excess, your body will store those extra calories as fat. Now, you can't just be in a calorie deficit for a few days or a few weeks and give up because you're not seeing much progress or any progress. It's highly likely that you won't see significant change for quite some time, and that just depends on how much excess fat you're currently holding. It's also likely that because our abdomen likes to hold on to fat for dear life, you'll notice fat loss in other areas of your body, such as your face, chest, arms, and legs, before you notice much change in your abdomen, especially your love handles. We really just need to accept that we all have different body shapes. You can't go comparing your body shape to someone else's. Work with your own body and don't try to shape it the way somebody else is built. You need to find a way to combine consistency and patience to get to the point where you're seeing the results that you want. It's recommended to reduce your daily caloric intake by no more than 500 calories to be able to lose fat at a steady but sustainable pace. Definitely don't jump in and reduce your calories to the bare minimum in the hopes of speeding up fat loss. This will always result in gaining the weight back very fast. The truth is, you're looking at many months and possibly even years, depending on how much fat you need to lose to achieve your weight loss goals and lose your love handles completely. This requires a lot of dedication. Everyone's current diet habits are different, so the changes you need to make will vary depending on how bad your habits are. From where I'm sitting, I can't give you personalized diet advice. What I can do is advise you to calculate your daily caloric requirements for maintenance, which is how many calories your body requires to maintain its current weight with certain factors taken into account, and then subtract up to 500 calories from that figure. By doing this, you'll be on track to lose about 1 pound of fat per week. There are many calculators online that you can use to calculate this. They're not extremely accurate, but as long as you can be as accurate as possible with the details that you enter, you will get a fairly close estimate of your calories. Also, as you lose fat, your daily caloric requirements will change, so it's important to just check in every couple of weeks or every month just to check that you're on track and make adjustments where necessary. To lose weight, it doesn't actually matter what foods you consume. As long as you're in a calorie deficit, you will lose weight. However, that is not the approach you want to take. To ensure you lose fat and not overall weight, which includes loss of muscle tissue, you need to be consuming a diet high in whole foods, and most importantly, ensuring you get adequate protein on a daily basis. Protein is responsible for growth, strength, and repair of muscle tissue, and if you're not getting adequate protein in your diet, you can start to lose muscle, especially while in a calorie deficit. Daily, you need around 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per kg of body weight. Okay, so with diet now understood, step number 2 is exercise. One of the most common questions I get asked is, what is the best exercise to lose belly fat? Honestly, go for a walk. If I had to choose one exercise for all people and all fitness levels, walking is your best exercise to lose fat. As said earlier, you cannot spot reduce fat, so there's not one particular exercise you can do to target a specific area of your body. Ideally though, with all abilities aside, you should be focusing on a combination of resistance training with or without weights, as well as some form of cardio such as running or walking. Resistance training will help you to tone and build muscle, and the more lean muscle mass you have, the more calories your body will burn at rest. Yes, that's right, at rest, doing nothing. It is also really important to perform resistance training while in a calorie deficit so you don't waste away your muscle. When you're on a fat loss journey, you want to make sure that the weight you're losing is coming from fat and not muscle as well. This is why your protein intake must be high enough so that you can build or at least maintain your muscle. I do realize though that it's not always possible for everyone to perform high intensity training or resistance training for various reasons. And because I want to be as inclusive as possible on my channel, if there's one exercise I can give you to lose fat for everybody, for all fitness levels, that would be walking. Walking is accessible for most people. It is something you can easily stick to. It's low impact and it burns calories. Walking for 45 minutes at a steady pace can burn as many calories as a 15-minute HIIT workout. So in general, I do recommend including walking in your daily routine to assist with fat loss, and I highly recommend including resistance training. Resistance training doesn't have to be boring and drawn out either. You can do high intensity resistance training which combines strength and high intensity exercises. Some examples of a workout structure to get you started are a full body workout 3 times per week, 2 could be shorter HIIT workouts with or without equipment, and 1 could be lower intensity weights. This is definitely a good place for beginners to start. Or you could do an upper body and lower body split. 1 upper body workout, 1 lower body workout, and 2 full body HIIT workouts. This here is more suitable for an intermediate fitness level. And for advanced fitness level, you could do say 3 full body HIIT workouts, a push day, a pull day, and a leg day. This is just some examples, guys, a simple starting point and a guide to go by if you wish. There are so many ways to structure your workout program to suit your needs. To sum up, exercise and calorie burning, the amount you need to do really does depend on the lifestyle you lead, and this includes your daily activities. Some people have jobs that require them to be on their feet all day, burning more calories, and then there's people who sit behind a desk all day and barely move an inch. The calories burnt on a day-to-day basis doing your daily job alone can be quite significant. So it's obvious that someone at a desk job who doesn't move around much all day will need to do more exercise than someone who is on their feet moving around. Going for a 20-minute run at a moderate pace is highly likely to burn more calories than doing a 50-minute weight session. However, in the long run, resistance training or weight training will help you to build lean muscle mass, which running or walking won't really do. And as said earlier, the more lean muscle mass you have, the more calories your body will burn at rest, which is another way of saying boosting your metabolism. The bottom line is adding exercise to your daily routine will result in more calories being burnt and of course is beneficial to your overall health. Okay guys, step number 3 is to remain consistent. Yes, it's probably not what you want to hear, but it is what you need to hear. If you can't put the first 2 steps into practice consistently and make it a lifestyle change rather than seeing it as a challenge, then those steps are kind of pointless because you're not sticking to it and you won't get any results. This is where the majority of people will fail. You don't need to jump in with both feet and make drastic changes overnight. For some, this might work, but for most people, this won't work. Instead, make smaller changes and track these changes over time. If you have a strong enough reason why you want to lose fat, or in this case love handles, then it shouldn't be too difficult to stick to it long term. So guys, consistency is key with anything. If you want to get results in something, you can't do it for a short amount of time and then complain that you're not seeing results. You have to stay consistent, and eventually the effort that you're putting in will show on the outside. The more you put into something, the more you will get out of it. Okay, now the bonus tip that I promised you at the beginning of this video to help you boost past that weight loss plateau that you will likely hit at some stage on your weight loss journey is introducing a refeed day. What a refeed day is is that you increase your carbohydrate intake for the day by 100%. This puts you into a calorie surplus. Yes, it sounds counteractive to go into a calorie surplus because a calorie surplus causes weight gain. After some time being in a calorie deficit, your body will reduce the amount of calories it burns. This is your body's way of going into survival mode to prevent you from starving. However, you're not starving, you're just simply reducing your calories in a controlled manner to lose fat and feel good. Now, the weight loss plateau won't happen at the beginning. You should only be introducing a refeed day when you're at the point that you've stopped losing weight for at least 2 weeks, when you've just sort of hit that plateau and you feel that you're not making any more progress. Dieting really is like a controlled form of starving, but you know you're not starving, you're doing it in a controlled manner and you're doing it for the right reasons. You will burn fat, but the more you lower your calories, the more your body slows down the rate it burns them. It's just protecting you. Now, the more fat you have, the less likely this is to happen because you have more fat stores to call on before you hit that plateau stage. However, in this situation, what you're doing is you're signaling to your body that you are getting enough calories, you are getting enough carbohydrates, and there's no need to lower your metabolism and decrease your fat burning hormones, which is T3 and leptin. So with these levels raised again, your body's fat burning furnace will ignite and start burning more fat. So guys, when it comes to losing love handles, it does take a combination of a scientific and a holistic approach. Combine the science and a lifestyle change that works for you, meaning something that is sustainable and enjoyable for you long term, so that you won't quit and you can lose the love handles and get a trim waistline. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it beneficial. If you do have any questions, please leave me a comment and we'll see you next time.